Hey guys, it's Adam. If you're new here, this is my small 3D print shop. In today's video, we're going to talk about a local thing that I found at my local Michael's. So I was going around just looking through the store and I saw an aisle that caught my attention. As you can see, there's a large variety of PLA filaments that they offer, ranging from all of your PLA basics, but they also had some really unique versions such as the PLA marble, and they had PLA silk in silver and in gold. So really cool to see that 3D printing is expanding to these larger box stores, but also just the price of these things. So it was $14.99 for the basic versions, and I think you're looking at, it was $16.99 for the marble and $17.99 for the PLA silk. Michael's is really good about coupons, so they even had an option for a 40% off coupon online. So I went in and got this, and as you can see, the prices of this were very affordable at $8.99 for the basic options, and then the marble option that I bought came out to $10.19 after these discounts. So 3 rolls of filament for $30. Really great deal, but it's also just really cool to see that these filaments are accessible for me an 8-minute drive away to this local Michael's. So in the future, if this filament turns out good, we're gonna do some tests here today and see how it adds up. We're gonna do a few test prints on all the bamboo filaments behind me, as well as the Snapmaker U1, and we're gonna see how these stack up against these big box store filaments, your Elegoos, your Bambu Labs, as well as a few Creality filaments that I have. Doing all the standard test prints, but as well as some fun prints that I find on MakerWorld, and I'll be sure to show off which ones I'm doing and compare these amongst the different filaments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the filament, and then let's get into some test prints. Really love the packaging. It doesn't really matter for filament, but just cool to note. And as you can see, this is pretty similar to what you would get with Elegoo, which is a brand I buy quite often because they're really accessible on Amazon. And from first glance, I don't think you could tell the difference if it wasn't labeled. So we'll go ahead and unpack these and we'll throw them in the printer and get printing. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these results. So first I started with some tolerance tests. So as you can see here, let's go ahead and start all the way up to the 0.35. As you can see, that works great. 0.3, 0.2, 0.15, and then let's see the 0.1. And even there, we're able to get a good tolerance throughout all these. That's great. All these are the same, and there you can see kind of the colorways that these purple, green, and marble presented. Let's go ahead and start looking at some prints. So first up, we'll start with green. Cute little model we have here. A little bit of overhang issues, but I again used the basic general settings and did not change any of that. But you can see overall great print. Next up, we have a really cute one, which is a tulip, or this flower. And you can see how well this printed. A little bit of overhang there, but again, overall, just great looking prints with this filament. I wanted to see how it would interface with a different brand. So this is Elegoo pink filament, and you can see there's absolutely no issues with advancing to that next layer and the color changes. This was done on the Snapmaker U1. So another one done on the Snapmaker U1 is this model here. And this had a tool change in every single layer, as you can see, and it just turned out amazing. This is using the purple that I purchased from Michael's, as well as that green that we just saw with the previous prints. Good segue to move to the purple. Here's another model here. This is dragon scales, so you can see how intricate And there was a lot of overhangs that had to be done, and this filament handled it perfectly. So really cool model there. Next up, we have this splash bowl. Really just wanted to see how it would do with a longer print with some thinner walls, and overall it just did very well. You can see the layer lines if you zoom in, but from an overall print perspective, this filament performed great. And then finally, we have a nice little cute pencil holder. Let me grab some pencils to throw in there. This cute little owl, and it did great. There was a little bit of supports on this, but overall, everything popped off clean. A little bit of stringing, but besides that, great performance with the purple. And then finally, we're going to move towards my favorite, which was the marble. So this first print was this succulent. Really was just impressed with the colors and how this marble pattern tends to hide the layer lines. So there's that. Looks great. Next up, we have this column. What I really liked about this was that it was also a two-piece and it was threaded. This was done on the Bambu Lab H2S. And I could not get over how clean those threads looked. And this is designed, I think, for like those pop-it figures for you to set on top of the column. But I just love that the marble look matched these nice columns, and the layer lines are hidden within this pattern. So overall, the marble has been my absolute favorite. And you can see how well that bed adhesion is on that build plate. Awesome print. Finally, we have just a funny one. This is from the Scary Movie series. I wanted to see how a bust silhouette would look, and it looks great. So you can see there, you might be wondering, like, is that defects? No, the default settings were to do randomized seams. So that's what caused that. These are just random. If you guys don't know what randomized seams are, it's going to finish the layer in random spots all around the model. And that was what was pre-selected. At first, I thought it was a defect as well, but no, that's just the seam. So ignoring that aspect of it, all the supports came off very cleanly. And overall, this is just a very clean print. I think after all of those test prints and the results that I got with these 3 filaments really answers the question that you can go to your local craft fair, at least Michael's in this case, and trust the filament that they're selling there. I believe with the 40% off coupon that I got, or even just their base prices, if you're needing a filament, you can trust to go into that store and get the color you need and come home and within a few hours have really quality prints that I was able to achieve. I think the stuff that really amazes me is the marble filament. For $10.19, to be able to get that filament, plug it into all 3 of the printers behind me, and to get the results I did with just the generic PLA setting. Maybe you guys yourselves should go check out these filaments and see what results you get. I'd love to hear in the comments if you had the same results or if it's consistent across batches. I guess that would be the next thing, is to see the longevity of these things. So if there's any changes over time, I will update you. But with that said, this is going to be something I will look towards. I'm going to try out some more filaments and probably update you guys. But I've been very pleased with the results. And for now, I'm going to use a lot of these rolls, especially seeing the price that I get. So if you guys see any discounts at Michael's, I would definitely recommend checking out this filament for yourself. Another thing is, after I was walking around Michael's and found this filament, I went to another craft store, which is what we call Hobby Lobby here, and they had an even larger selection than Michael's did of 3D printing stuff. So as you can see, there's a huge selection ranging from your basic PLAs, and then you also have a wide variety of your PLA silks. You had a PLA luminescent, or just glow in the dark. And they also had even TPU, which was really shocking to see that a box store, let alone carrying filament, but also carrying something exotic like that TPU. There was a few really cool ones, rainbow filaments, and even like a burnt titanium, which was really cool to see. So if you guys are interested, I'll definitely do a video and check out some of these filaments, purchase these, and see if I have the same results I did today with these Michael's filaments. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've had a blast making these, and I'm really glad I'm able to share some of the daily life stuff that I'm doing, such as testing filaments or showing some tips and tricks that I have with my projects. There's more videos to come. If you guys have any questions about some of the stuff that goes on in my daily shop life, or just any questions regarding 3D printing or laser engraving, please just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. But if not, thanks again for watching. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep printing.